Shalom, Israel. This is Kana. And first and foremost, I have to give all glory and praise to AHAYAH, Bahashan Yashaya, Wa Wadashwa. Shalom, guys. I just want to pop in for a minute, a quick minute, and just say shalom. I've been running around all day today. I'm actually tired and sleepy, and I'm ready to go and just home and to relax. But I said, let me just pop in and say shalom and see how's everybody's doing. I pray you all are well. I pray you're making your way out of Babylon, getting your things together, putting your ducks in order, and stuff like that. Because um, praise the higher. It was a beautiful day in Jordan. It's kind of getting cool now, so the weather is changing a little bit, but it's still hot. I got on a jacket, but yeah, it's hot. But the weather changed and it gets a little cooler in the evening. So I said, let me just carry my jacket with me. Um, this is my lioness, Judah lioness jacket. Anyway, praise the higher. So I am, just enjoying the weather really before it starts getting really, really cold. So this is just a good time. This it don't have a lot of like the four seasons here. I think it kind of goes from summer, it skips fall really, and it goes straight into winter. Like we don't have like a real fall. It's still hot. It's still like 80, 85 degrees and 90 degrees. So it doesn't you know get to like fall, but it gets cooler. So it's cooler, and I'm enjoying it. So I pray you all are doing well, and I just wanted to kind of tap in, and I was just feeling so grateful today. I was praising the higher today, just thanking him for this truth, for his blessings, and how I'm just so thankful to be awoken by the Most High, and awake at this time, and knowing and being out of Babylon and things like that. So, sometimes I just want to just bask in that feeling of love and joy, and with the Holy Spirit, leading, guiding, and you know, it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing as we draw closer to the Most High, higher, and as we learning things about Him, learning His law, statutes, and commandments, learning how to worship Him, learning how to please Him. It's just amazing, and every every day is like a new. You're learning something new, about the Most High, even when you're being chastised, because being chastised is like part of learning Him and part of knowing Him and part of, Him loving us. Don't let chastising, we all like, I'd be like, I don't want to get chastised like Most High. I don't want to be, get in trouble with the Most High. I try to, you know, do things in a certain way and make sure I'm trying to do things right. But we're sinful people with we sin a lot, and even though we're trying to be perfect in His eyesight and be like Christ, sometimes we make mistakes. But Ahaya, He chastises who He loves, so that too is part of like growing and getting to know Him. You know, but when I reflect on Abraham and Noah and David, well, we know David used to like kind of mess up a lot. He did a lot of things, but it seemed like Abraham, he was like perfect in Ahiah's sight. He was a friend, to Ahiah because of his righteousness, because of his, doing right and making the right decisions. And he really learned the Most High. It didn't take him much. He didn't have to seem like he didn't have to go through a lot of hope, twists and turns to get to know Ahiah. I mean, not saying that he didn't have some setbacks and he didn't make mistakes because he did, but I'm just saying, like, his relationship with the Most High seemed, really different because he just kind of trusted the Most High from the gate. And, having that type of relationship with Ahia and loving him and, knowing him and seeking him, that's amazing. His story is amazing. And the fact that he was counted as a friend to the Most High, because of his righteous decisions. But also like Noah, what I'm saying? Most High loved these men. He had so much love for them because they chose him. And, they chose him, really unconditionally. Like with Abraham, he didn't know the Most High. What he knew is what his father had taught him. He really just chose Ahaya. And I guess that's why he was counted as a friend. And then Noah, how his righteousness was really amazing. You know, a lot of the prophets, they went through a lot of things, but they really, really trust Ahaya. And I guess, we have to really learn from these stories and learn from these biblical lessons because it is our schoolmaster and it does tell us how a higher likes to be treated, how he wants to be worshiped, how he wants to be loved. And it's just such an amazing process, right? Really learning him, and loving him and, getting to know him. I really would love to have that kind of relationship, like he considered me a friend, you know. And I don't even know, like, if a woman could have that kind of relationship with the Most High, because we know, like, the flock of men. But it's still like, it's just an amazing journey, guys. Going through this process and all these things that have transpired over the years and seeing how Israel is now, coming out and opposed to like 2 years ago before COVID hit. Like it's like Israel really had to go through an awakening, and it seems like we have to go through troubled times in order to get it. But I really don't want to have to be going through no troubled times, and I don't want to have to be going through no chastisement. I don't want to have to be going through no whole lot of drama to get to know the Most High. I want to be in that category of purging myself and being counted in that group and being counted, you know, as a friend and, just loving the Most High and learning Him and doing right, you know. I don't know how this sounds to people, but, these are just some of the things that I think about. These are some of my thoughts, and I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now. But I just wanted to share that because, I'm just like so in awe of this time. This has been an amazing process for me. It's been an amazing experience, to watch. It's like a movie, guys. It's like we're in our own modern day movie, and I felt like this very early on, like when I came out of Babylon and all the drama that was happening and infiltration and this and that. I was like, this is like a who done it movie, trying to figure out what's right. And I really feel bad for a lot of Israelites who are struggling with the truth, who are struggling, with the name of the Most High and, which doctrine to go through. That alone got to be a little nerve wracking, you know, not being confident and not being really sure about what you know and what you've learned and and what you understand as truth. It's rough, coming into this truth for a lot of people. But I have to say, guys, that a lot of the confusion, a lot of the not knowing and not being able to discern, a lot of it is because of sin, and it's the sin in our life, the sin that we haven't put down, the sin that we haven't let go of yet. So that, you know, those things will close your eyes. Those things will block the Holy Spirit from giving you wisdom and understanding. So, once we start getting on a spiritual level and spiritual understanding of how deep this thing go, and it all matters about how we are, the choices we make and how we choose to live. You know, I think I said this before, like the Most High poured out His Spirit. He poured out His Spirit on the earth, and it's it's affecting each and every one of us differently, and it affects us differently, considering where we are with Him. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know, like the scriptures say, like the Most High, He can't even look upon sin, right? He's so holy that He can't even look upon sin. And that's why Christ really had to come and die for us so that we can even be eligible to come back to Him, to pray to Him, for Him to, hear our prayers and, keep our feast were abominable to Him. Everything about us was he was not having it. And that if it wasn't for Christ coming back and shedding the blood the way he did, you know, and grabbing the whole the keys of death and going down to Hades and raising on the third day, all those things, which is what able enables us to even be considered by the Most High for us to come back to Him. You know what I mean? So when he poured out his spirit, when he poured out his righteousness on the earth and is now calling Israel back, it affects us differently depending on where we are in the spirit. And a lot of people won't get this, this may go over a lot of people's head, but it's very significant. Where we are in the spirit will determine how much we can, see, how much we can receive, how much he even opens us our eyes to get information, how the Holy Spirit can deal with us. It's all determined on us. I mean, His grace is abundant, and He's, that too has been poured out. But, there's levels to this. There's levels to this, brothers and sisters. So it's just amazing. And I'm just amazed sometimes. Sometimes I'm just really amazed and I just gotta express it. And the Holy Spirit be, filling me up with love, and I just feel this overwhelming feeling of love and joy, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful, and I just sometimes just want to express it because I don't express it a lot, like this feeling of love, and I'm always talking about something, even sometimes negative things, or like where we, about the prophecies and what's going on in the earth. But sometimes I just want to reflect and bask in this love, the love that the Most High has for us. It's amazing. He loves us, y'all. He's always loved us, even in our chastisement. We was chastised. Most High, He went in on us in Babylon. Those curses were rough and hard, but it was because He loved us so much and He wanted us to come back to Him. And so now we get an opportunity to come back. So I pray that for our people. I pray for Israel. I pray for the brokenhearted. I pray for so many brothers and sisters are stumbling at this time, in this time. This awakening is, hard for them because they still struggling, like they can't really grasp everything. And although Israel prophesied in part, we don't know everything. He has not given us everything, but the things that we do have, we have to draw near to it. We got to hold it and hold on to it and really seek Him out and search, because there's so much disinformation, so much going on. It's a battle. It's a battle for our spirit. So because they don't want us to come back. But with all the love, guys, if we can hold on to that love and just enjoy it and bask in it, that feeling of how much He loves us, how much He fought for us for this awakening to happen. Guys, we was just like drowning in sin, but He loved us so much that He's still giving us the opportunity to come back, to make it to His kingdom. So we must fight, y'all. Fight for the information. Fight to come back. Fight to put down the sin. Our sinful, fight against that sinful nature that, brought on by Adam and Eve, and that now there's a dual spirit, of the good and evil. Fight hard, brothers and sisters, to come back to Him, because He really, really, really do love us. You know, it's amazing. This whole process is so amazing. He's calling us back now. It's just like a parent who whipped their child, because they did something really wrong and they had to beat them. And then the parent feels so bad. The parents sometimes even cry because they hated to have to beat their child. Or they hated to have to chastise their child, but they know it was the best thing for them. So we went through all of what we went through. Those curses were horrible, but we needed to go through it. So we know now the Most High is not nothing to play with. We know now how much He's serious about His commandments. He's serious about what He created, His creation, His love, His Son, the Holy Spirit. He's serious about this, brothers and sisters. It's an amazing process. So I just wanted to share with you guys this feeling. I can't explain it, but I just love. I feel just so much love and joy. I thank the Most High. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that He woke me up, that He let me out, even though I was afraid to leave and, walk out of Babylon. I'm so thankful. And I'm thankful that He's waking Israel up now. And Israel is taking heed. And even some of them are still struggling with the truth. They're struggling with the name. They're struggling with the holy days. They're struggling with everything. Woo, Israel is rough. They're struggling with everything, but it's still happening. It's still happening, I mean. It's still happening. And I'm loving the process, even though it's a bit, frustrating for me at times. I'm really learning how to just love the process. Praise the higher. We gotta praise Him, y'all. This is amazing. He's calling us back. Woo! Praise the higher, Bashim Yashaya, Wakadash Wak. I thank Him. I thank Him, and I'm looking forward to meeting Israel. I'm looking forward for us to be in the wilderness. That process, I'm looking forward for us, Christ coming and, taking us into the, holy land, and that's so far, far off. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking, and I pray that I make it. I pray that I'm found worthy. I pray that I get through this, brothers and sisters. So I ask that you guys, I'm praying for you. I ask that you pray for me too. Just pray. Let's pray for each other that we can make it, brothers and sisters. We're not even halfway there. We're still in the beginning stages, but it's just so amazing to know Him, to know that this thing is true, guys. I remember when I was in Babylon crying. I used to cry a lot, crying like, "What is this?" I was so unhappy. I didn't understand. I didn't understand. And then He just opened it up and gave me some, a glimpse of this truth. He knew that I would be so happy like this. Like, I don't want to start crying or anything. But y'all, it's amazing. So I give all glory and praise to Yashaya. Bahashim Yashaya. Wow, Padashawak. I pray you're making your way out of Babylon. Shalom.